So in this tutorial, we're just going to look at how Illustrator can create, through a series of basic steps, a flat icon. So in this document that you have, you'll see that you have a letter here, which has been converted to outlines. It no longer is a font, it's just a shape. And you have a icon box shape that the relationship between the box shape and the color is complementary colors. So as a reminder, the yellow is on one side of the color wheel and the purple is on the opposite side. So according to the rules of color theory, they are complementary colors. So we're going to look at how to create a long shadow on a flat icon, which is kind of just a design style that became very popular. And in some sense, I think because it's recognizable and simple, and yet it has a level of sophistication. So in this assignment, I'm going to demonstrate how this works, and then you're going to create your own version. So you're not going to use this H. You're going to create some other shape, another letter, and convert it to outlines, or find a shape up here. But it's basically just learning how to create this effect. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this H, and we're going to go Command C, Command F, which just creates another copy of this right on top of the other one. And we're going to move it over here. And then we're going to do that again, Command C, Command F. But we're going to take that version and we're going to scoot it down. And we're going to take this second, this copy, and move it below this square icon shape, below to the right. So kind of, and this is just very subjective, but you just need to have at least half of this shape off this square yellow shape. And you can certainly make that another color. But now you're going to select this H, hold down Shift, and select this, and then you're going to go up to Object, Blend Options, and you're going to set the blend options to steps, specified steps, and you're going to make it 100 steps, and click OK. Now you're going back to Object, Blend, and Make. And what that did is it duplicated the H 100 times and moved it towards the destination over here. So it created this sort of shape here. So now that we've done this, we need to go to Object, Expand, because just let's take a look at this. If we look at outline, we don't see anything there. We just see a relationship indicated with this line here. But if we go to Object and Expand, and we just let it default to Object and Fill, now we get this series of 100 shapes. But now we want to go to Pathfinder and we want to merge those shapes. So now it's just one solid shape. And let's go back to the view and we see we have this wonderful shape. So now what we want to do is we want to select that shape, and it is in the complementary purple, complementary to yellow, because as a reminder, let's look at the color wheel. Yes, yellow is on the opposite end of purple. So now we're going to, in the Properties panel, and I want to remind you that my workspace was Essentials. It's set to Workspace, Essentials. So now I'm going to see that the default view of this shape is 100%, and the opacity is going, if I click on this, is normal. But I want to change that, and I want to take down the opacity a little bit. I'm going to take that down. And then I'm going to click away. And now I'm going to get that copy of that shape. And mine is an H. Yours will be whatever shape you have. And I'm going to click it on top. And now we have a really interesting relationship. We have a shape that looks like a long shadow of this letter form. And the last thing you need to do is you need to click on this background object, which has rounded edges. And I just want to point out that I created these round edges, it was a square, but then I clicked on this internal node, which by default changes all the nodes at the same time. But this last step is Command C, Command F. It's another shape right on top of that, but I'm going to move it over here. So actually, we can just now, we need to arrange and bring it to the front. And I want to make sure it's sitting right on top of that other shape. And I can actually select on both those objects and say, yes, align it to the top and align it to sides there. So now that this top object, which is actually going to be the clipping mask, is on top, and it's important that it's on top because now I'm going to select all this stuff that I built and say down here from the properties panel, make a clipping mask. And now it has created a mask around the extending area of that shadow, and it created a nice flat icon with a long shadow. So the last thing we want to do is you're going to select just these wonderful things that you've been working on and go to File, Export Selection, and you're going to let it default to a 150 ppi PNG. You can just save it to the desktop. So we're going to export that asset. And now let's just check what we built by going into Photoshop and Command O. And let's find this asset that we just created. I'm going to click on that, and there it is. That is our asset. So create your own flat icon with a long shadow.